Where do you see yourself in 10 years with jiu-jitsu, with your life?
Being world champion of some sort.
What does it take to be a world champion?
So I'm trying to figure out. I think just staying patient. Obviously, I'm not there, so I don't know what it takes to get to that point. But I think the path I'm on right now is exactly what the path I need to be on, just to have that never-ending curiosity of what it is that I'm doing. Always trying to find the next thing. Obviously, trying to work and fine-tune the things that I'm good at, but finding that next thing to be good at, finding that strategy, the next part of the strategy that's going to make my game better.
Do you study any of the current or previous world champions about like how they got to where they got to and how you can apply that to your own life?
Absolutely. And I think the most common thing is to just believe in yourself and keep plugging away at it.
Yeah.
Almost give up other things in your regular life to just dedicate yourself to the sport and dedicate yourself to your goal. And you just wake up every day and that's what you do. You train every day. And you try to figure out, like, put the pieces of the puzzle together, and you don't expect anything for a long time. It's just part of the journey. You have to be obsessed with it. And that's the point where I'm at. I'm just absolutely obsessed with jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, judo, putting these things together. It's like that. I think it's a Vincent Van Gogh quote. I know Conor McGregor said it. It's how what is it? I dedicated my life to my art and I lost my mind in the process. Something along those lines. I'm doing something that to most people is crazy, just training all day, every day, instead of really pursuing school or pursuing a career and having a traditional career. And they think it's crazy, and some people probably even think that I'm stupid or have no plan for the future. And to me, it's like, no, I've found exactly what I need to be doing.
And is there a balance between being obsessed and also giving yourself time to process all the information? Because sometimes obsession can go too far, where you keep going and going and going, and then you get like, so when I'm doing the podcast, when I'm doing editing and everything, there'll be times when I'm 100% obsessed with it and I kind of go into my own little world, but then I keep getting into the same loops and trying to solve the same problem over and over.
Well, I think
and over.
if you truly want it, you will grow. I think that the part of the obsession that it's only too much if you think it's too much. You know what I mean? Like, to me, the obsession is to make sure I'm not doing something unnecessary. I mean, it's just being obsessed with every part of it. Being obsessed with the fact that the physical part, the mental part, strategically, the recovery, like afterwards, when I'm not, what I'm doing outside of the mat room. Like I said, at home, the way I eat, the way I sleep, the way I hydrate, the way I study the game. That's all part of it. And that I kind of turn my pastimes into continuing to study the craft instead of, like, most people will, play a bunch of video games or, do other things, to just, for leisurely. And I sit in my kitchen and leisurely read about jiu-jitsu. I think it's just it's an obsession because I want it to be. I don't see anything. I'm slowly starting to not find other things as interesting as jiu-jitsu or just the pursuit of the fight game. Trying to put those puzzles together. It's honestly making me want to pursue other things in my life too, to get better for that. As an example, like puzzles, solving, like actually laying puzzles, playing chess, picking up other fighting sports like judo or boxing to supplement parts of jiu-jitsu. Train gymnastics. By myself, I've been, trying to learn how to do handstands and how to do handstand push-ups and cartwheels, and eventually going to go into flips and things like that. Just capoeira, just to learn
What's
how
that?
to. That is the national sport of Brazil,
Oh,
which interestingly enough, Brazilian jiu-jitsu is
it's not the national
It's not the
sport.
national sport of Brazil. It's capoeira, and it's kind of like, it's like fighting. It's a very acrobatic, almost dancey type of a fight. They're not actually, two people aren't actually hitting each other, but it's a lot of kicks and big movements, like jumping, a lot of flipping, and it looks very pretty, and it's very, you really have to be agile. It teaches you definitely like body control, and bodily awareness, much like gymnastics. Like I would say it's more like capoeira is more acrobatics than anything, but with like striking movements. That's why it's really cool. And that's just another way of learning how to move your body. Those are the kinds of things that I'm now getting interested in because of jiu-jitsu, because of fighting sports. Getting, that's like I said, the curiosity never ends. That's why I keep going back to it. It's taking me on these little side missions or side quests, to just more deeply understand how the human body works, how it moves, the potential that my body has.
If you were to kind of summarize into like three main things that keep you choosing fighting sports, why fighting, or why fighting sports and not just like engineering or business or medicine or something like that?
I don't know. I've always liked things to do with my body. Like I like moving my body. I like being physical, being athletic.
Is it like the endorphins, the dopamine, the
Probably, yeah. It's just I'm just happy doing it. I can just be very present doing it and very, like I said, just interested and curious about it. I can't say the same for almost anything else, especially not something that's inherently sedentary, if that makes any sense. I kind of,
something that's just like a desk job?
yeah, I don't know. For me, it's just, I've never been happy sitting still.
So it's more of a creative output, in a creative way, not like just a standardized, this is the medication you give to this patient and write this bill and that's it. And then,
Yeah, for me, the moving my body, the being physical is like my medicine. It's my therapy. It's like I said, it's an expression of, I think, what goes on in my brain. I've found a way that I can very easily find new ways to express myself. And it's really cool. It's really fun. I don't find that, I need a creative outlet is what I would say. I need a creative outlet, and that's, I've found one that I think just suits me really well. Which is kind of funny. Like if you know me if you just know me, you probably wouldn't think that I would choose fighting to be my creative outlet. Like I'm just a very,
you're like a teddy bear.
yeah, just a kind person. Doesn't really like confrontation, doesn't really like conflict that much.
Why not challenge people or try to be like the dominant person in a conversation or something?
Because I just don't feel the need to be. I like it more when I don't like being friends with people. You know what I mean? I like friendly encounters. If someone isn't reciprocating that and they're personally trying to be dominant, it's just something that I don't even feel slightly interested in engaging in, because it's not beneficial to me. Sometimes I didn't even think about those kind of things. You know what I mean? To me, it's not interesting, so I don't pursue it. Yeah, I like having friendly conversations. I don't like
confrontation, don't like aggression, just
yeah, there's no need to be aggressive or confrontational. I think we're all here for different reasons, but we're all in it together, and there's no reason to go out of your way to put someone else down or to make sure everyone knows you're the top dog.
Have you met anyone in jiu-jitsu who kind of does that in a way?
Can't think of anyone in particular that has been like hostile like that. I think I've had a very good luck with training partners in our gym. We have a very good culture, and that's thanks to the attention to detail that our coaches have when it comes to that.
Why do you think that in jiu-jitsu that doesn't happen, or it's not as prevalent?
I think that there's less of that kind of brutish, like putting other people down mentality in combat sports in general, just because the proof is in the pudding. You know what I mean? It's right there in front of you. That's why another thing that I like about jiu-jitsu and combat sports is just, it will never lie to you. It'll show you how good you are or how much you've prepared or how much you're thinking about it. It'll show you every time you do it.
It's actually funny. The last Grappling Industries event that we went to, uh, still I think I still have your videos and everything. When Dave was rolling, because he's a black belt, six. How many? Do you know how many stripes he has?
He's a second degree black belt. Yeah.
When he was, because Dave's the director and everything. And I'm always thinking this guy is top dog. Like he knows what he knows, and he can do. He'll probably win every fight that he goes into. But at Grappling Industries, he didn't. Like I think two of the recordings that I did, he didn't win, or something like that. And I'm not. I don't think any less of him because of that. But it's no matter how much you learn in a sport, no matter how much you go, there'll always be someone who is able to exploit your mistakes.
Absolutely. Especially at the farther up you get, yeah, mistakes are definitely more costly. But yeah, there are a lot of factors that go into a fight, whether, how you're feeling like leading up to it, how your body's feeling if you're sick or whatever. But yeah, absolutely. It's like that day, there was guys that got the best of him, but it doesn't change what he does on a daily basis. Or it might, because he might have a different game plan next time going into it, but he is still who he is, and he is still so good at what he does because of what he does every day, and he's still